Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadia Yakub. Happy International Women's Day. International Women's Day serves as a reminder of our collective responsibility to invest in women, accelerate progress, foster a world where every individual has the opportunity to thrive, irrespective of gender. Although many may argue that women have come a long way in becoming empowered. Of course, that is indisputable, but there's still progress to be made. As a matter of fact, do you know that there's an alarming lack of financing with a staggering $360 billion annual deficit in spending on gender equality measures? Do you know that? Apart from that, do you also know that just 5% of government aid is focused on tackling violence against women and girls, and less than 0.2% of that figure is directed at its prevention? So you would agree with me when I say that there's still progress to be made, and that is why today I'm going to be highlighting 4 ways in which we can continue to break down barriers and empower women across the world to achieve their full potential. So stay with me and let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, we need to invest in women's education. Now, the issue of women and girls' education cannot be overemphasized. I mean, it is so fascinating to see that we are in the 21st century, yet the right to girls' education is still being denied in many parts of the world. And there are various reasons for that. Now, should we talk about the safety issues or the insecurity, the unavailability of schools nearby, or just because people still think that it's not so important for a girl child to have an education? I mean, according to UNICEF, for instance, around the world, about 132 million girls are out of school, among which 34 million are of primary school age. I mean, it's just sad. So investing in girls' education kind of, transforms communities, countries, and even the entire world. As a matter of fact, girls who receive education are less likely to marry young, are more likely to lead healthy, productive lives. They will go on to earn higher incomes, participate in the decisions that affect them, and then build better future for themselves and their families. I mean, who wouldn't want that? I know I do. But then education for girls is not just about their access to schools, it is also about them feeling safe in their classrooms. It is also about them feeling supported in the subjects and careers they chose to pursue. And that includes those in which they are often underrepresented. Another way we can invest in women to accelerate progress is by ensuring their safety. I mean, it's no longer news that women face numerous threats to their security. Is it the gender-based violence they face on a daily basis, or the conflict, or even the food insecurity, or even the lack of social protection? For what it's worth, violence of any kind at home or even in the workplace is a violation of women's rights, and that kind of impedes their economic participation. So no matter what form it takes, insecurity hinders women's economic empowerment. It traps them in poverty and eventually prevents them from realizing their full potential. What this means is that it is critical to bring together diverse stakeholders, including political leaders, opinion makers, public personalities. Men in particular must take the lead in condemning violence against women and use their influence on public opinion to promote a cultural shift where nobody turns, their eyes away from violence against women. I mean, it's a collective responsibility to ensure women's safety. I mean, of course, there's also the need for infrastructure to ensure the safety of women. And that is where we'll talk about, women being safe in public spaces. And then we would need things like street lights, waiting rooms, public transport that are GPS or CCTV enabled, and lots more. So all of these things put together will ensure that women are safe in both public spaces and even at work. Women are not safe at work. They face a lot of gender-based violence like sexual harassment, toxic workspaces, and all of this. So it is our collective responsibility to ensure that women are safe both in public spaces and in the workplace. And by so doing, we are empowering women, we are investing in women, and by investing in women, we are accelerating progress for the society and the world at large. The next way we can invest in women to accelerate progress is by ensuring equal pay for equal work. Now, this one is even a key principle of the 2010 Equality Act. I mean, as a business owner or an employer generally, it is a responsibility to ensure that men and women in the same job performing equal work must receive equal pay unless any difference in their remuneration can be justified. If there's no justification, then I don't see any reason why a woman and a man would do the same work and have different pay. And then this even includes, this is not just about the salary, it also include benefits like overtime rates and allowances. We're talking about access to pensions, what even of, we're even talking of hours of work, the sick pay benefits like travel allowances and so on. So this is where I have to also add that the right to equal work for equal pay needs to apply to not just full-time workers, but also part-time, even the ones that are on fixed term, even the ones that are on contract. It doesn't matter how long someone has been employed. So when you use the organization's internal data, for instance, you'll be able to know which employees are being underpaid right now, who are doing the same role or responsibility as others, and then you do the needful. That way you're investing in women's growth and you're empowering women and you're accelerating progress. The last one I'm going to be talking about is invest in women's entrepreneurial ideas, both physically and emotionally. Now the thing is, connecting women with financial resources can, help them meet their own basic needs, and they can also start and grow businesses. What I'm trying to say is, when women do have equal rights to access, own, and use resources, they can invest in themselves by improving their well-being, getting an education, starting a business, or even exercising agency over their income to build society that works for them. So for example, in many contexts, women's economic empowerment in a way reduces gender-based violence. It also increases political and their social participation and leadership. So what this means is, as a society, we need to assist dedicated female entrepreneurs establish successful businesses. Because when you support those women, you are fueling economic growth and empowerment on a global scale. And I tell you, this is just the way to go. This is one of the ways you can invest in women. Now, you can even start from your sisters, start from your wives who are idle. Ask them what business plans they have and finance it. It's not just about providing the money, you also provide the emotional support that they need to grow. By so doing, you're empowering them, you are investing in them, and you are also accelerating progress in the society. Okay guys, so as we celebrate this year's International Women's Day, let us unite to transform challenges into opportunity and shape a better future for all of us. Now I'm going to end with the words of Secretary Kerry. He said that no country can succeed unless every citizen is empowered to contribute to its future, and no peace can endure if women are not afforded a central role. So I hope at this point that we all commit to invest in women and girls. It can be something as simple as reading a book to your younger sister, or as elaborate as hosting a series of financial literacy workshops for women in your community. Now the goal is to act, and through our collective actions bring about a more equal and prosperous, secured world for everyone. Thank you for staying with me to the end, and once again, happy International Women's Day. Don't forget to like this video and share very widely, and if you have not subscribed, subscribe before you go. Thank you.